In this video, we're going to show you how to properly apply LOCA. Although Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is shown, this technique applies to all phones where you would install the glass without the bezel removed. And now you would have your glass, the Stronghold LOCA, and the double-sided tape. In the previous video for Note 2 we have used the 3M tape and we have shown you how to use it. So for the purpose of this video, we'll be using the easier tape of the two, which is the black OEM style double-sided tape. It has a clear blue backing, which makes it a whole lot easier to line the edges of the tape to the edges of the phone. So let's not forget to insert the speaker grill before we do this. All the components you see in this video is available at our store, and I have posted a link to it in the description below. And as for the tape, you may have received the one with the yellow backing. The tape with the yellow backing has a slit at the top right corner, and you would begin by removing the yellow backing first. But on the tape with the clear film backing, you would remove the clear end first, not the blue backing. You want to be careful around the edges to make sure that you don't tear the tape off the blue backing, which is keeping everything nice and square and in shape so that you can easily line it up to the edges of the phone as shown in the video now. Okay, with the edges lined up, you'll take the spludger, and using the flat side of the spludger, you're going to press around the frame to ensure there is a good adhesion between the tape and the frame itself. Having the frame cleaned well and free of any moisture, dirt, and grease is the key in making sure the tape will make a good bond with the frame. In the previous LOCA instructional video, we showed you how to apply LOCA on a Samsung Galaxy Note 2, and we had purposely dispensed the glue unevenly and had introduced a ton of bubbles to show you the techniques involved with removing the bubbles that may get trapped under the glass. If you're interested in seeing the video, it is available in our channel. And as you can see, you may be required to run over certain edges of the phone more than once with the spludger, and this is because the tape is quite aggressive and it will stick to the very first surface that it's introduced to. And what you may notice is that on some of the edges, the tape is actually not stuck to the frame but to the lip of the bezel, and you do not want to leave it on the lip of the bezel, because what can happen is when the glass is lowered, it can actually get sandwiched between the edge of the glass and the edge of the bezel, and it may even be visible at the end of the repair. Another reason why I recommend the blue tape is also because it comes with a little tab for easy removal. Not to mention the blue clear film protects the digitizer area from dust and other elements from settling onto the freshly cleaned digitizer. And because the tape is much more aggressive than the 3M tape, you still want to be very careful when you go to remove the blue backing. And I achieved this by carefully rolling it away rather than trying to peel it off. And when you get towards the bottom, you also want to be a little bit careful, because it can lift the tape up if you remove it too hastily. And what I like to do is pin down the one corner as I carefully start peeling away the last little bit of the blue backing, like so. Okay, with the tape procedure done, we'll grab the home button and place it in position. And I have happened to gotten some dust on the screen at this point, so I'm gonna grab the chamois and just give it a quick wipe. In the Note 2 video, I have suggested an option of building a seal or a dam by cutting a thin strip off the unused portion of the 3M tape. You can also achieve this by cutting a length of double-sided tape that is widely sold and used for LCD refurbishing, but for the purpose of this video, I'll demonstrate how to spread the LOCA as is without having it spill into the camera, sensor, and the home button area. And as indicated on our warning sticker, with all Samsung glasses with metallic finish, there is a third layer of film that needs to be removed, which can be a little difficult to spot otherwise, as it is the same size and shape as the glass. And before we begin, to dispense the LOCA onto the digitizer, it is a good idea to test it and make sure it's liquid by dispensing a small dab of it onto the protective film on the glass. This small dab will also serve as a good indicator when it comes time to cure the LOCA. What we recommend you do is once you remove the front protective film with the dab on it, save it aside, and when you go to cure the LOCA, place the film beside the phone, and you can gauge how cured the glue underneath the glass would be by touching the small dab on the film. So And a good tip to remember for this LOCA dispensing is instead of pushing the back of the syringe's push rod, grab the sides closer to the syringe as shown, and this gives you much better control and allows you to dispense little by little so that you can dispense precisely where you want and just exactly how much you want. And still, the ideal pattern looks like the letter X with the intersecting points stretched out. And because it's easy to spread the LOCA while it's under the glass, but it's almost impossible to retract it, I tend to dispense the majority of the 2.2 milliliter towards the center of the digitizer and dispense just a little amount stretching into each corner. And again, just little by little, and you want to dispense as evenly as possible, and we got about 2.2 milliliter there, zero point 0.8, just about 0.8 left on the syringe there. And I'm just going to let it sit for a second, let it do its own leveling for a bit. And the spludger comes in handy once again if you have happened to have dust that's settled while you're dispensing the LOCA or have bubble that's trapped. In this case, I actually had a chunk of LOCA that have partially cured inside the syringe while shooting this video because I'm not working in a room completely out of reach from daylight, and as you may be aware, our LOCA is specially engineered with extra photo initiator so that it can cure with limited UV, and even the little bit of UV that's available in daylight is enough to cure this LOCA. And now I'm satisfied with the way the LOCA has been dispensed, and at this point I'm going to be removing the third protective layer film that I have mentioned previously in the video that comes standard on all Samsung glasses with metallic finish. And if you happen to see any smudges on the glass at this point, you want to make sure that it's on the outer side, not the inside. And let's make sure that the home button and the speaker grill is in place just before we start to lower the glass. I'm just going to pop that one bubble there and begin to slowly lower the glass on one side. You can see I have made contact with the frame on the home button side, and I'm going to use the spudger once again to lower the glass ever so slowly. And basically that's how you would want the glass to start making contact with the LOCA, from one edge to the other. And you simply want to press the glass down onto the LOCA on a slope so that there is no bubble that's introduced. And when you're towards the end, you can remove the spludger. And here's another part where common mistakes happen. Chances are you've dinged up your bezel, and the glass may not be sitting in the bezel, but rather on the bezel. So you want to press it in to make sure that it's sitting flush. And if you're working in a cold air-conditioned room like I was, the temperature might not be so ideal, and you may want to apply a little bit of heat just to bring the LOCA back to room temperature, and begin slowly working it around. Again, holding one side of the phone up really helps encourage the LOCA slide to the other side. So let's say you are spreading the LOCA and you have reached as far as you want to go with the home button area as shown. You want to hold that side up. And this LOCA process is the part where you're going to want to be a little bit patient, because it can be a little frustrating. As you can see, I will have one corner filled closer to the edge, but by the time I go to work the other end, the corner that I just previously filled is lifting. This is normal. It just means that your LOCA is not spread evenly, and it is likely teeter-tottering on the center portion where I've dispensed more LOCA. So what I'm going to do is apply gentle pressure in the center to just get the LOCA spread generally all around the corners. And I'm going to use this squeezing motion closer to the corners. Meanwhile, you want to make sure that you're not squeezing too hard to get the LOCA into the home button area. If you find this part to be frustrating, you can purchase a handheld UV torch, and what you can do is you can cure one corner at a time, but it is not necessary. And as you can see, I have filled the corners closer to the home button area, and I'm going to apply some pressure to make sure that it's held down. And it's okay to have some glue that's oozing through the side of the phone. What you don't want is glue that's oozing through the home button area, front camera area, or the front sensor area. But in the event that you do get some LOCA in those sensitive areas, it's not the end of the world. We have a video showing you how to remove the AMOLED panel from the front bezel without cracking the glass or the digitizer. And with the AMOLED panel removed from the bezel, you can get access to the home button area and the camera area from the back, where it gets really easy to clean. And I'm going to show you a close-up of the corner, and I'm going to show you how to remove it. And again, sometimes the bubble really doesn't want to go where you push it to go, and you have to come at a different angle. And as you can see, it should really want to go to the top, but it's moving to the side. You just have to be patient in chasing it out. And again, this is normal, nothing to be frustrated about. And you want to hold it there for a little bit once the bubble is gone, because if you let go right away, there might be a small gap where the bubble can come back through. And sometimes when I have a stubborn corner that consistently wants to lift, I use this binder clip to hold it down and acts as an extra hand. But if you have someone to help you out with, you can ask that person nicely to hold that one corner while you spread the LOCA into the other corners. Because as you will see towards the end of this video, our LOCA actually tacks up almost immediately with exposure to daylight. So you won't need to be holding it for a long time, if you need to be holding it. And chances are, after you hold it for a little bit, the bubble actually stays out of it. And as you can see here, that one bubble that I kicked out came back in. But eventually, once you get all the air gaps closed, there will be no bubbles coming back in, and you can proceed with the curing. And again, by watching this video, if you think you're going to find this frustrating, you may want to get that handheld UV torch so that you can partially cure spot by spot as you work the LOCA into all the corners. And what I'm trying to achieve here by holding that one corner down here is sealing all the air gaps so the bubbles can't come back in. If you don't want to get the UV torch, but you want to be able to spot cure, what you can also do is spot cure with the sun, but you want to really make sure that you get a material that can block out the sunlight 100%, so you can cover the area where you don't want cured yet. So basically you will hold one corner down, and with just that corner exposed to daylight, you will expose it to daylight for a few seconds. The glue will tack up enough not to lift, and you can continue the process all the way around the edges instead of relying on the handheld torch to do so. And I'm just about done here. If you have happened to get so frustrated or you just simply ran out of time, it's okay. The glue won't cure until it is exposed to UV, and if you want, you can simply pry the glass off, clean it up, and give it another go, perhaps with the handheld UV torch. If you need to purchase another glue, what you can do while it is getting delivered is to assemble the phone using just the tape. I actually had to do this at one point of making this video, as I had run out of time. As you can see here, the glue is still liquid, and I'm just gonna start simply walking this thing outside. I forgot to mention, one thing you do not want to do with this repair is leave the glass adhered with just the tape for good, because A, it will not be a permanent repair, and B, you'll have problem with your touchscreen, we have a video in our channel called Why You Should Use LOCA that explains why you will experience touchscreen problems without the LOCA being there. And this is in real time, and you will notice that it really doesn't take that long to cure, but we do indicate 30 to 45 minutes just to ensure the full curing occurs regardless of which region you are in and regardless of how much sunlight and how intense the sunlight is, and regardless of what one's definition of sunny day might be. Here we have a bit of a cloud cover, but it's a sunny day. And you can touch the little dab that you have dispensed, and at this point it's still liquid, but it's starting to tack up. And as you can see here, the little bit of LOCA that was oozed on the side has taken its shape, because I can't scrape it away now. But I'm not too worried, because when LOCA is fully cured, it will just all roll off in one piece. And as you can see here, the camera in the sensor area is clear of any LOCA, and the home button still clicks. But if you have happened to have LOCA spill into those sensitive areas, there is a fix, and you can view it on our How to Replace the Bezel on a Samsung Galaxy Note 3 video. I hope you have found this video to be somewhat helpful. I was motivated to make this video as I have noticed most of the videos online at this moment do tend to omit one crucial detail, which is the dispense amount of the LOCA. And in some videos that is available in HD, you can even actually see a ton of LOCA spilling into the camera area. I have tried to cover all common mistakes that I have come to know by operating our 1-800 live assistance number, but if I have happened to miss something, please let us know in the comment below. Thank you for watching, and hope you have a pleasant rest of the day.